Everyone thought 2006 would be the year money got cheaper. Rate cuts, cheaper mortgages, lower credit card pain, maybe even a victory lap after surviving inflation. And then oil walked in with sunglasses and a flamethrower. Oil surged around 11:15 after Iran and Hormuz tensions. Gasoline jumped. Inflation fears came roaring back. The Federal Reserve hit pause instead of partying. Stayed at 3.5% to 3.75%. So now we have one very strange economy. Inflation is scary again. Rates are still high. Gas is eating budgets like it discovered DoorDash. But layoffs are still low, and consumers are still spending. E-commerce keeps growing in the background. Online businesses are quietly minting money. This is what I call a mixed signal economy. Most people see mixed signals and panic. The wealthy see mixed signals and look for the spread. Confusion creates mispricing. Mispricing creates opportunity. Quick disclaimer before the comment section gets spicy. This video is educational, not financial advice. Do not know your income, debt, or risk tolerance, or whether your emergency fund is gift cards and hope, but I can show you the logic. First, why this weird economy may be a wealth window. Then, how quiet wealth actually behaves. Then we do the math for ages 35 and 45 tinily boring income streams that work in 22/6. No rented Lamborghini motivational nonsense required. Part 1. The market outlook. The economy is not simply good or bad. It is split. On one side, energy prices pressure households. If oil stays high, transportation gets expensive. Gas, flights, shipping, groceries, plastic packaging. Even that mystery Amazon box costs more to move. On the other side, the labor market has not collapsed. Companies are cautious, but not firing everyone into the sun. And then we have e-commerce.us. E-commerce was roughly $36 billion in late 2025. It was still growing year over year. So consumers are annoyed, but still buying. They hunt discounts and compare prices. They buy essentials, niche products, and convenience. Wealth is built where money is still flowing, not where people are loud. Where money is flowing. Where money is flow. The panic narrative says, everything is expensive, so I should stop thinking about investing. The wealth builder narrative says everything is expensive, so every dollar I keep and every extra income stream I build matters more. Same economy. Different brain. Part 2. Money psychology and invisible wealth. When gas, rent, groceries, and debt payments all rise at the same time, the average consumer does something very human. They try to maintain the old lifestyle with a new price tag. That is where fake rich behavior shows up. Fake rich is not about owning nice things. Nice things are fine. Fake rich is when the image survives only because the balance sheet is bleeding. It is the person with the luxury sub 900 payment, premium gas, maxed out card, and a kitchen drawer full of unopened mail that looks like a federal investigation. In an inflation shock, fake rich gets exposed fast because fake rich depends on cheap debt and stable bills. Secretly wealthy people do the opposite. They look boring, almost suspiciously boring. Here are 3 psychological signs someone is quietly building wealth in this exact economy. Sign 1. They get less impressed by monthly payments. The average consumer asks, "Can I afford the monthly payment?" The secretly wealthy person asks, "What is the total cost?" Let's do the car example. A $16.99 monthly payment for 72 months sounds manageable. $16.99 x $72.50, $3,228, but then add insurance. $800 a month. $800. $880 x $72, $1229 at 60. Add gas at higher 2026 prices, maybe $250 person a month. $205 bix x $72, $18,000. Now add maintenance, registration, tires, random nonsense, and that one little dashboard light that somehow costs Dardo $400. $50,038, 12 times $16, 18 times $16, 81 times 281, 1,088 2. That is not a car payment. That is a wealth transfer with cup holders. Secretly wealthy people still buy cars. But they do not let transportation swallow the future. Sign 2. They do not panic shop their identity. Inflation makes people anxious. And anxious people buy identity. New clothes to feel successful. New phone to feel current. Restaurant meals to feel normal. Vacation on a credit card because we deserve it. And honestly, sometimes you do deserve a break. But secretly wealthy people separate comfort from performance. They ask, will this make my life better for 6 months? Or will it make Instagram better for 6 minutes? That one question saves thousands. If a household cuts just $300 a month of status spending, that does not sound huge. But watch. $310 month x 12, $3,610 year invested at 8% for 25 years? Future value, about $284,000. That is the psychological trick. Small spending is not small when repeated for decades. Sign 3. They use chaos as a filter when the headlines get scary. Most people ask, what should I sell? wealth builders ask, what is still durable? They look for durable income, durable habits, durable assets. In 2006, durable does not mean exciting. It means useful. Emergency fund. Low interest debt paid down. Retirement contributions automated. Skills that can sell online. A side income that does not depend on one employer. The secretly wealthy person may look boring now, but boring is underrated. Boring is how you sleep. Boring is how you compound. Boring is how you avoid turning one bad month into a 5-year recovery mission. Part 3. Personal finance milestones. Now let's do the math. According to Federal Reserve household net worth data, the median household net worth for ages 35 to 44 is about 35p1800. For ages 45 to 54, it is about 207,200. Those are medians, not averages. Averages are distorted by very wealthy households. If Jeff Bezos walks into a Chipotle, the average net worth in that Chipotle changes, but your burrito still costs extra for guac, though median is more useful. Median. Now, what should someone have? A common retirement benchmark is roughly 2x salary by age 35 and 4x salary by age 45. Let's use a normal income. Not a Silicon Valley. My bonus has a bonus income. Let's use $65,000 at age 35. Target retirement savings. $65,000 x 2 buys $130,000 at age 45. $65,000 for $260,000. Notice something. The median 35 to 44 household net worth is about 35 PM 600. That sounds close to the age 35 target, but remember, net worth includes home equity, cars, cash, retirement accounts, and everything else. Retirement savings alone may be much lower. At 45, the median 45 to 54 household net worth is about 200, which is close to the $260,000 target for someone earning $65,000. But again, that is total net worth, not liquid investments. So the real question is not, am I doomed? The real question is, how do I bridge the gap? Let's say you are 35. You earn $65,000. You have $40,000 invested. Your target is $130,000. $130,000. Target $40,000. Current $90,000 gap that looks painful. But you have time. Let's say you invest $500 per month. That is $6,000 per year. You can hours a print if it grows at 8% annually for 30 years. Starting amount, $40,000 monthly contribution, 500 times, 30 years return, 8% future value, about $1,020,000. That is the part people miss. You do not need to already be rich. You need enough time, consistency, and behavior that does not sabotage the math. Now, let's make it harder. Maybe $500 a month feels impossible because gas, rent, and groceries are acting like they joined a private equity firm. So start with $500,000, $12,000, $3,000, investing with $40,000. Investing $500,000 per month for 30 years at 8%, future value about $580,000, still meaningful. College dollars, $200 time dollars, $20, $50 tells and dollars, $2,000 tills, $2,000 tells and dollars to dollars party dollars. Now add a 3% annual contribution increase. Every year, you raise your monthly investment a little. $205.27 passity 57, then $265.23. Tiny raises. Over decades, that can add 6 figures. That is why wealthy people automate percentages, not vibes. Now, let's look at a 45-year-old. Income, $65,000. Target at 45, $65,000 x 4, $260,000. Let's say current invested assets are $100,000. Gap, $260,000. $100, $60,000. That can feel intimidating because a 45-year-old has less time than a 35-year-old. But less time does not mean no time. If you invest $800 per month from 45 to 67, that is 22 years. Starting with $100,000, adding $800 per month, growing at 8%, starting $100,000 monthly, 800 years, 22 return, 8% future value, about $875,000 if you can push to $1,000 per month, future value, about $900,000, that is the millionaire neighborhood. Not from a $250,000 salary. From consistent investing, controlled debt, and time. Now, is 8% guaranteed? Markets do not move in a polite straight line like they were trained by a British butler. Some years are amazing. Some years are miserable. Some years make you question every decision since third grade. But over long periods, diversified equity investing has historically rewarded patience. The key is not predicting every move. The key is staying solvent long enough for compounding to do its work. Part 4. Side hustles and passive income. Now let's talk action. Because in a high-cost economy, cutting expenses helps. But there is a limit. You can cancel Netflix. Buddy, you can stop eating out. You can brew coffee at home. Eventually, you run out of things to cut before life starts feeling like a punishment documentary. So the next move is income. But not the hustle culture version where you work your 9 to 5, then become a real estate wholesaler, then start a podcast, then sell candles, then wake up at 4 a.m. to journal about how tired you are. We want boring, low effort, Wister and you came off our, well, system-based. Here are realistic ideas that fit the 2006 digital economy. 1. Boring e-commerce accessories. Do not start with, I need the next billion-dollar product. Start with small problems. Replacement parts, niche accessories, templates, bundles, consumables. The e-commerce boom favors specificity. A giant store selling fitness products competes with everyone. A tiny store selling replacement straps for weighted vests has a clearer customer. The goal is not glamour. The goal is search intent. If someone types exactly what you sell, you do not need to convince them they have a problem. They already have it. Kokomold 2. Digital services for local businesses. Local businesses still need help. Restaurants need menus updated. Dentists need Google business profiles cleaned up. Landscapers need quote forms. Salons need booking pages. Contractors need before and after galleries. This is not passive on day one, but it can become systemized. Example, you build a local business refresh package, 500 setup, 99 monthly maintenance. You get 10 clients. 10 clients, x 99, 10, $9, 99, 10, 9, 10, 9. That is not yacht money. That is not yacht money. But it could cover your car insurance, gas, and retirement contribution. And unlike a second job, it can be templated. Same checklist, same tools, same monthly process. 3. Productize knowledge. If you do something at work that other people struggle with, you may have a digital product. Not a 90-hour masterclass with cinematic lighting. Something simple, a spreadsheet, a checklist, a Notion dashboard, a budget template, a resume pack, a meal planner for high-protein Costco shoppers, a relocation calculator, a small business invoice tracker. Let's say you sell a 19 template. You sell 20 per month, as Dow way. 19x20, $389, C89 ties, month after platform fees, maybe 330. That sounds small, but 330 invested monthly for 205 years at 8% becomes about $315,000. This is the point. A side hustle does not need to replace your salary to change your life. It needs to widen the gap between income and expenses. 4. Content without the influencer trap. Content can still work, but do not build around your personality if you hate being online. Build around useful information. Faceless tutorials. Now 102. Sense of hands. Product comparisons. Local guides. Niche explainers. Short demos. Searchable videos. If your content answers questions people already search for, it becomes an asset. And that asset can feed affiliate income, digital products, consulting, or e-commerce. The mistake is chasing virality. Usually, virality is a lottery ticket wearing a ring light. Search-based content is slower, but more durable. 5. Cash flow from unused assets. Look around. Do you own equipment, parking space, storage space, camera gear, tools, a spare room, or specialized software knowledge? In a high-cost economy, people rent before they buy. You can rent tools, rent storage, rent a parking spot, rent camera equipment, rent baby gear in tourist area. Again, not glamorous, but wealth does not care if the income stream has good lighting. Let's tie this together. If you create just $500 per month of extra income and invest it, here is the math. 500 teen month, 25 years, 8% return future value. About $14,000 or $5,000 if your spouse or partner does the same, or you scale one system, $1,000, 8% return 55 years, 8% return future value. About $950,000, that is the 2026 opportunity. Not panic. Not pretending everything is fine. Not buying things to prove inflation has not affected you. Not affected you. The opportunity is using a strange economy to become more intentional than the people around you. When oil spikes, the masses complain at the pump. The wealth builder checks the budget. When rates stay high, the masses keep paying 22% credit card interest. The wealth builder attacks bad debt. When e-commerce grows, the masses buy more stuff. The wealth builder asks, what could I sell? What could I service? What system could I build? That is the difference. Same economy, different operating system. Though here is the final summary. May 2006 is confusing. Oil shocks are reviving inflation fears. The Fed is holding rates at 3.15% to 3.15%. Consumers are squeezed, but jobs have not collapsed and digital commerce is still expanding. That creates a rare environment where discipline matters more. The fake rich try to preserve appearances with debt. The secretly wealthy preserve optionality with cash flow, investing, and low ego. At 35, a normal earner may need around 2 times salary saved. At 45, around 4 times salary. If you are behind, the answer is not shame. The answer is math. Automate investing. And don't. 2. Have an answer. Increase contributions slowly. Avoid high-interest debt. Build one boring income stream. Then let time do what time does best. Compound quietly. Because the next millionaire in your neighborhood probably will not look rich today. They may be driving a used Toyota, selling digital templates at night, maxing out a Roth IRA, and pretending not to hear their coworkers talk about boat payments. And honestly, that is kind of beautiful. If you want more videos breaking down money, investing, and wealth building without the fake luxury nonsense, hit subscribe. And remember, in a mixed signal economy, panic is common. But patience is rare. And rare things tend to become valuable. Build quietly. Compound loudly.